Grinding up here against the life coach. Might need a life coach after this if he is a Grixis control deck, because it's very solid against my deck. So we can resolve a Colossus here, but we have 3 spells we can't cast. So this is not keepable, because obviously if this resolves, it's good grindy value for us, but if he's in the aggro deck or any kind of control deck counters this, and we don't draw a white source, we literally can't play any of these spells. This is actually a pretty solid hand, so what we could do here, yeah, we'll keep this. And we'll put back Solar Blaze, and we'll take the risk that he's nothing crazy. Alright, so we'll start with our Unfabled Passage. The reason we're doing this is an interaction I would like to try and show here. Is we can with a Bloom command back the Fabled Passage. Alright, so he's probably Fort Seizing us. Or Fort Erasuring us. Yep. Oh, he's Explore. Interesting. Alright, so we are going to grab a green. And that gets him a land. Excellent. Okay, so he's probably going to grind for the thing. So let's do this. Let's mill 3 cards, return a life. You can mill 3 cards. Yup. And I'll return the Fabled Passage to my hand. I'm just considering my plays here. I'm wondering if it's worth dropping the... I'm pretty sure that his deck will have... This is going to be one of the rare occasions where I really regret getting rid of the the Solar Blaze. So I need to ramp to Niv quickly. Alright, we now have double Niv. That's pretty solid. So we'll play the tap land that's going to be tapped anyway, and next turn the Fabled Passage will be untapped. Did he not draw a land? Or is he just being smart and waiting till after combat to try and bait out a spell? Yeah, thought so. Okay, right, Fabled Passage. We can pick up another red here. Or do we pick up another... Let's pick up the red. Let's just force him to sacrifice a creature. We just got to slow his pace down a little bit. I'm okay with you sacrificing that. So next turn we drop the planes, drop the Niv, and we can reload. I keep forgetting I did siphon off some reload sound effects from old arcade games online that I found. I'm supposed to be loading them in before these matches start, but it's pretty late here and I've just kind of jumped on to get some advantage. Alright. He got blue, which concerns me that he might be holding some kind of counter effect. Alright, Merfolk Ranger. Jade Lights. Alright, he's going to want Wild Growth, yeah. Alright, so we drop Niv. Oh, we just got to hope that's not a counterspell. Alright, it's not a counter spell. He probably has removal, but if we can hit a good spread of things, yes, give me that club. Give me that. Alright, so we got to discard 3, so we'll get rid of... God, everything's so good. Okay, the Vit... Fracture, Rampage... Probably this Fabled Passage, I think. Because next turn we want a Colossus and Helix. Yeah, you got the Putrefy. That's fine. Alright, so yeah, we need to Clophis. Is Clophis Helix going to be enough? Alright, so we got the land drop that we needed. So we need to Helix anyway, so we need to Clophis. Then we need to Helix the Ranger. And we just gotta pray he doesn't have like triple explore spells in his hand. Because then we can drop. Clophis can start gaining us life. Okay, so he's, yeah. Alright, he's just gonna start going off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pulse would be great here. Okay, let's get rid of the coma. That puts us on 5. So if I do this, I think I have to do this for 4. Because that gives me some more card draw. Pulse will be great if I can survive one more turn. And if he's got any kind of removal spell here, though, we've just lost. And he's slow rolling it, so he's pretty much got it. He's just being funny about it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the slow roll. Really think it's disrespectful. Alright, pushes come in. Putrefied comes in. Chevelle comes in. You come in. Silver Quill comes in. And then we just essentially get rid of Fracture, because that's not going to do great. Veto. Basically, we need our strategic stuff that doesn't do a lot. This is actually interesting because it's the first time I've actually run into a non. Forty ratio is probably not that great either. Quandrix I don't think does much. And probably get rid of one of Clophis's. Like, Clophis is great, but I'm not seeing much of a graveyard deck here. Yeah. So this was actually going to be something I was going to discuss in this video. Is I actually made a 80 card Niv Mizzet Blink deck, which was purely built around the interaction of Niv and a lot of the other okay, yeah, this hand's fine. So we have essentially just a ton of pushes to deal with stuff. Silver Quill is cycling and Edict. This is a reload effect. Primarily though, I think we're going to see that he's going to mull to Hand Disruption. But here's what's going to happen. We will literally Fortseize. Well, not Fortseize. We will Fatal Push everything that he plays here. So if he plays a 2-drop, it gets pushed. Alright, let's not let him build up a board. We just Fatal Push everything that he gets. Wildgrowth Walker, that'll come down next turn, we push that. That means he must have another one in his hand. We could have an issue here if we don't draw any more lands. Cool, Fatal Push that. Alright, there's a good shout. think we just resolve this now, because he's holding removal, and I don't think we're going to get... Excellent, that's a good card to draw for the next turn. What we need to happen now is, I'm pretty sure he's holding the Jade Light Ranger. That will be his play here. I can edict that and expressive iteration. No, I can't, because I need 2 red. I'm assuming that he just goes for the removal on the Krasis. Alright, he just got fined. Fortunately, I do have an answer to this. Alright, so our first answer here has to be that we... So again, we just don't... I think we do the Quill command here. Alright, so target player draws a card, loses 1 life, and an opponent sacrifices a creature. Yes, we swing in. Now I'm assuming he goes for the Squire. Or he could have the Jade Light Ranger. There's a myriad of things I think he plays here potentially. Yeah, I think he's going to go for Board Swarm. Yep, Squire into Branchwalker. Yeah, he's leaving that on top. So he's just looking for... Yeah, there's Jade Light. Okay. Yep. Excellent. So we hit our 5th land. So we can Prismari. Actually, Prismari doesn't kill anything here. So what we can do is this. So if we Helix, we kill that. Or do we just Solar Blaze here? Tell you what, let's attack. And then we can Solar Blaze, just wipe his board. Apart from the Squire, because I forgot the toughness, because I'm silly. This is fine though, because now we can Expressive Iteration. Problem with the Express... Okay, so that means he had 2 of the same cards stacked on top of each other here. Okay, cool. We got double red here. That can work. So we will start with Angra's Rampage. You can sack a creature. Excellent. And then we've got 3 instances in hand, so we'll just pass the turn. Alright, so then what we'll do is we will Prismari command, deal 2 damage, and we will create a Tetra token. Because we just want a little bit more mana. This is fine with us. There's a land, so finally he misses on his thing. Or maybe he hits if he's got... Yeah, he could be after the... thing here. Alright, we're gonna kill it now. We're gonna spend our treasure because we just gotta keep his board clear. So we'll start with the Expressive Iteration. Put you... you into hand. You on the bottom of the library, you into exile. Then we'll play the Chevelle. We'll play this untapped. Then we'll bring Gigantha into hand. So hopefully he uses his removal on this, then plays a creature that I can... Dude, that is beyond perfect. Okay. You know what? We'll do this because this is perfect. Hostage taker, your Krasis. If you get it back, it just dies. Then we will Witherbloom command. Attack. My word, this has actually been a very good grindy game. We'll put a bounty counter on your merfolk. We'll draw a land, as always, right before, after we've used the effect to get lands. Get the black. And we'll do this for 6. God, I miss Hostage Taker. It was so much fun. Yeah, you can counter your own spell here. That's great. But I still draw the cards. Awesome. You know, we'll just sit back here because there's no reason to attack. The only thing that would be bummer is if that top card in his deck is actually a what's it called? A coma. Like, that would be the ultimate frustration and reason for us to lose. Alright, Midnight Reaper. Well, I don't need the Hostage Taker anymore, so we'll just block there and I'll gain 3 life and draw a card. Literally, I negate... Actually, you even come out down on damage here. Alright, that's perfect, because now I have the means to Fatal Push and kill. Alright, so we'll put it on the Midnight Reaper, because he's going to die first. Oh, that's beautiful. Right, so we'll start with a Lightning Helix on here. You draw a card and lose a life. I gain 3 life and draw a card. I will then deploy Gigant for the Wellspring. Alright, he's looking for a counter to this. He did not find it. Attack, put him down to 10. This is going to be a very long game. I'm assuming now he just has coma, because if he's Blood Cheese first kicked, yes, that's fine, because it means you did not target the Chevelle. You're not going to win this race, mate. So here's what's happening. I want to wait till the bounty counter's on it. Then crack this. Get my remaining basic land, which I believe is a plains, out of the deck. And then we will Fatal Push to draw a card. That draws us a card and gains us 3 life. We can play another land here. We can then play the Niv. If he has a counter, he has a counter. He does indeed. It doesn't really do anything though, because honestly I'm still ahead here in every regard. The problem is I'm just not finding that's promising for us because he put it to the bottom, but not promising because he managed to pull out a Midnight Reaper. This is fine. Chevelle can block here. Actually no, because we don't draw cards then. That's perfect. Maelstrom Pulse. This guy. Oh my god, he actually drew a way to draw cards. That's so unfair. And a Seeker's Squire. And he drew another thing on top that gets him more cards. Oh my god. This is the frustration. So, I want to just clarify something here. We've had one Niv Mizzet, and we've been through half our deck. He has been through roughly 3 more cards, but has found 3 copies, double copies of everything in his deck. Always the way. Always the bloody way. This is fine. Right, cycle. I would like to find expressive iteration. Put you into hand. You on the bottom of my library. You on okay. Hold on. We're going to play this and chuck it in because we want to see if we can leave it. No, because we only have 1 red. Well, who cares? 3 damage here. Tell you to play against 3 life. That draws me a card. I'm okay with this. I will then Fatal Push his blocker. And then I'll get in. Jade Light comes down. Dude, Chevelle does work when he survives. Alright, Nissa's a problem. Nissa must die. Alright, so his whole deck now is just lands. And then Nissa. Let's figure this out. If we go in, let's draw a card off this. So let's Lightning Helix. Yeah, like I said, he should have not let Chevelle live. Like, people really underestimate how good Chevelle is. So we need... I don't even know how we do this. Okay. Kaya can maybe come in. Tristan Discord and go out. Unmoored could be good. Federation could be good. So many could be good cards in this. There's no way Chevelle lives this time. Alright, so there's nothing really with a boom command takes out. So we can take that out and bring in a Federation. Yeah, so that was probably the greatest match there to display the power of Chevelle. It's honestly a really fun card that I genuinely think should see more play. Like, it does die to a ton of removal, but it's also like in the decks where you'd want to play it, like for example a mid-rangey kind of Jundi deck, it's literally something that just reads, you have to kill me. You have to use one of your spells to kill me. And basically, that's what you ultimately want in Jund. You want, in decks like that, you want 1-for-1 effects that eventually you can grind out and score a better value for. Our life coach seems to be considering changing his entire deck around again, in light of the fact that we probably showed him that our sideboard plan is destroy all creatures. Just going to move a few things. Here we go. Ramp, early interaction, and grindy advantage. We'll try this. It's probably not the greatest. So what we want to do is play the Ketchum, which will let us play this white-green land, which will then give us access to either Growth Spiral or Helix, depending on how their turn 2 goes. Turn 2 immediately responds that we now must Helix this before it even gets a chance to go off, which is interestingly grindy, but not too bad. Yeah, there's J-Light. Alright, so we need to force him to blow off that grind now. So we need to play this and then Clophis, because this will force him to deploy the Find literally this turn. He's going to have to use it to get one card back, which is going to be better for us. Because then we can, if we hit A, B, and C correctly, we should be able to... Okay, he did not. So we'll get rid of the Wild Growth Walker. Interesting. So we don't have black, so we should play the Zigatron here. So we can kill his Jade-Light here and force him to... Yeah, I think that's probably best. No, we can't, because we need that. So we'll pass here. Alright, he's cycling. I think he misplayed. I think he didn't realise that Find... He wanted to wait for Find to get 2 creatures back. Either this or he's ramping to a coma effect, which I'm not sure. I think he just tried to get back his Wild Growth, not realising that it had gone. Oh, excellent. So we have more red mana now. Always fun. You know what, we'll just keep his graveyard down for now. And we'll add a green. So what we want to do here, we'll play Yishan the Impactful Earth. We'll get these 2 lands out of our deck, which gives us far more fun to play around with. And we will then force you to sack a creature. Because if you do have the Frilled Mystic... Okay. I'm guessing then he's going to Find and Jade Light again. Alright, you've learnt from last time. You can't let me go to my turn because Clophis... Okay. I'm going to tell him oops, because Clophis is indestructible. The gods are indestructible. So thank you for ramping me. Yep, he's now going to try and get back the Jade Light to cast next turn. Or he's going to time out and there we go. Alright, well, we get rid of the Jade Light, so you don't have anything to bring back. I will Expressive Iteration, because I want to see what I can find here. Okay. We will put Prismari Command into our hand. We will put another iteration on the bottom, and we'll put 40 Erasure into exile. We will then 40 Erasure your hand, see what your other card is. Oh, and that will deem the concession. Yeah, unfortunately he really threw it away there because he forgot that gods are indestructible in Theros, but not in Kaldheim. Yeah. We can't really say gods are indestructible now because there are now gods that aren't indestructible. We forgot that the Pharaoh's enchantment gods are indestructible. Alright, good games.